So how fun are these, weekends and practices and games where you get to have, legends back in the house and honor, one of your, all-time great teammates?
Should I go first or should Rebekkah or Taj?
I mean, the phone is like right in front of you, so I think you need to answer. I knew she was going to say something.
Well, let me just tell you, it was a rainy, stormy day, and then we came in here and we found sunshine.
Aww.
We found sunshine through the rain. No, it's obviously great, great time to see so many people who have done so many things for this organization and women's basketball and the game. So, I mean, you think back to the times we had in this gym or the previous practice gym, and the road trips and the times and the fun times and the tough practices and the games. Yeah, I mean, it's just like you always have that bond forever, and so now it's fun what what the team, the organization, what coach has built. Now, like now the fact that it's an alumni weekend for a WNBA team is really special, because usually you think of college or whatever, but now we have such a great connection of our time, the WNBA with the Lynx here, that it's just it makes it really special. Yep.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. So many of you who have come through and won championships and now gotten into coaching or into front office jobs. I mean, is there any common denominators? Any of you can answer this, of course. Are there any common denominators for all of you who've gotten involved in that way?
I think the common denominator is always the game itself. It teaches you so many values that you take into the business world, take into the coaching world, take into your world outside of the game. I think there's a survey that shows that most of the CEOs, women CEOs and C-suite, are athletes or former athletes. And so I think that's very indicative of what you see. Also, you have a coach who builds those type of coaching trees, those type of trees. I coached when I finished playing, and then I moved into the front office. So it's what you learn, you're around excellence, you strive for excellence in everything you do, and you end up, because we all want to give back to the game that has given so much to us, we end up coaching, so we can just share a little bit of the knowledge that we've received, that we've been given, and share the game.
Okay, Lindsay, Rebekkah, how do you want to weigh in on this?
I mean, I think that Taj has it absolutely right. When she talks about like the C-suites and the execs being former athletes, there's something that sports gives you that allows you to lead and to kind of, be a part of a team and control the team in that way. But as far as like us going into coaching, I agree that it's just for the love of the game. I think we all have a love and a passion to be a part of basketball, and we play as long as we can, and then we don't. That doesn't mean that the love and the passion goes away. We have to just figure out a different way to funnel it and a different way to continue to be a part of the game, whether that's coaching, whether that's being in the front office, whether that's being a trainer, whether that's being an analyst or, being a statistician, whatever that is, just to continue to pour into the game that we're so passionate about is really the common denominator.
Any favorite memories of Simone?
To share?
That we can share?
Right. I mean, Simone has, you know what? I think one of the things that we don't talk about enough, because we always are talking about how special Simone is as a player, and, all of the accolades and the success that she has, but you forget that she was so very humble when we started to build this team. When we started to try to compete for championships, she kind of had to move aside a little bit and make space for other people.
Did.
So her being so humble and gracious in that way, very, very selfish in her approach to be great, but very selfless in her ability to realize what's necessary to build championship teams.
Come on.
So I'll always respect that and appreciate that about Simone. But an all-time great player, an amazing person, and a very, very great teammate.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Very humble. Also, like she said, she had to move aside and allow the rest of us to come in and do what we did best on a team that was hers for so many years. But I think also what people don't understand or talk about is her need to win. And she'd do anything to win. And that's something a lot of people won't do. Some people don't care. They just want to score. I don't care if I win or not. Let me see the stat sheet. She was absolutely able to step aside and say, I want to win. The people that coaches brought in are going to help me do that. And what's the best way that I can help?
The only thing I would add, because it's all so true, is just the amount of like she's somebody who overcame early on in her career a lot of adversity. I think sometimes we forget like the success she had later in her career and leading us to championships, is that she had to go through a lot after her injury, and coming back after that kind of, I think maybe it was 08 or 09, when she's coming back from her knee. And just the amount of, and then, different times when she would have to come back from, within a season.
Yes.
Like coming back from, something, maybe a cleanup or whatever she had to get done. But just the mental, like, fortitude you have to do that, to then come back and still be great and be even better. We tell players like that, like, obviously, you never want anybody to get hurt. But you tell players, you're going to come back better than ever, right? And she's like, one of the reasons we say that is because of how she was able to like push through that adversity and come back and have such a terrific career after that tough injury she had.
Yeah. I mean, I want to add too, like, Simone was really, I think, like, I don't want to say the heartbeat of our team, but the heartbeat of the funny, the heartbeat of the laughter,
Yeah.
right? No matter what was going on, she was going to figure out a way to make it light and to figure out how to make us laugh. She understood what we needed in every practice, in every game on the bench, every bus trip, every, situation where we were sitting in the airport. We don't sit in the airports anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but,
Yeah.
Fun times.
But the laughter that she brought to every situation, just being able to be funny and give of herself in that way too, that's a different, that takes a lot too. Like when you're constantly giving of yourself in that way to make sure that everybody else's spirit is good. So, that's just another amazing thing about Simone.